Hello everybody, my name is Anna. I am an editor for Health Fitness 1047 channel YouTube. Here is the main news. Follow up now. One. Over the Moon movie review. Over the Moon, directed by Glenn Keane. A former Disney animator known for classics like The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, showcases a strong Disney influence, particularly in its hand-drawn scenes and visual style. The film's screenplay, written by the late Audrey Wells, explores themes of loss and growth, echoing Disney's moral storytelling. It draws on the Chinese myth of the moon goddess to create a narrative centered on love and grief, making the film's themes even more poignant given Wells' passing from cancer before its release. 2. A Suitable Boy review. Vikram Seth's renowned novel, A Suitable Boy, published in 1993, is set in the 1950s and explores the emergence of a newly independent India. The story delves into how individuals navigate the tensions between tradition and modernity, reflecting a society caught between the past and the present. With a length of approximately 1,500 pages, the novel's complexity makes a brief film adaptation inadequate, leading to a 6-hour treatment for the screenplay. The adaptation is penned by Andrew Davies, known for his literary adaptations, though he has faced criticism for having characters speak English in his works, including this one. 3. Hubie Halloween movie review. Adam Sandler continues his tradition of portraying quirky characters with silly accents in Hubie Halloween, which, like his previous films, offers a life lesson despite its goofy premise. After the critically acclaimed Uncut Gems, Sandler returns to familiar comedic territory, and early reports suggest that Hubie Halloween is one of his most successful films. Set in Salem, known for its witch trials, the film highlights the town's Halloween significance. Sandler's character, Hubie Dubois, believes he is a descendant of someone who defended accused witches, leading him to take on the role of the town's safety monitor during Halloween. 4. The Old Guard movie review. The film is an adaptation of the comic, The Old Guard, by Greg Rucka, featuring Charlize Theron as Andromache of Scythia, a 2,000-year-old leader of immortal mercenaries. These warriors, who can regenerate from fatal injuries, have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and evil. However, after centuries of battle, Andy has grown jaded and is ready to retire. The emergence of another immortal, Niall Freeman, Kiki Lane, a U.S. Marine who also comes back from death, reignites Andy's sense of purpose and commitment to their cause. 5. Brahms The Boy 2 movie review. In the sequel to The Boy, 2016, directed by William Brent Bell, the narrative shifts from the original premise where Brahms, a real man, was responsible for the chaos in Healshire Mansion. Instead, the sequel suggests that the doll itself is the true antagonist, influencing Brahms and potentially finding a new victim. This twist may confuse viewers unfamiliar with the first film, as they learn about the backstory through news articles presented by Katie Holmes' character. Fans of the original's psychological thriller elements may be surprised by this new supernatural angle. 6. Birds of Prey movie review. In Birds of Prey, Margot Robbie reprises her role as Harley Quinn following her breakup with the Joker. To cope with her heartbreak, she parties at Roman Sionis's club and ultimately decides to blow up a chemical factory for closure, which removes the Joker's protection and makes her a target for her enemies in Gotham. The most dangerous of these is Roman, also known as Black Mask, who is seeking a stolen diamond held by young thief Cassandra Cain. Harley takes Cassandra under her wing as chaos ensues. 7. Bad Boys for Life movie review. Bad Boys for Life begins with a high-energy scene featuring veteran cops Mike Lowry, Will Smith, and Marcus Burnett, Martin Lawrence, racing to the hospital for the birth of Marcus's grandchild. This event prompts Marcus to reconsider his career as a cop, wanting to retire, while Mike is eager to continue their partnership. The plot thickens when Mike is shot by a masked gunman, leading Captain Howard, Joe Pantoliano, to assign Rita, Paula Nunez, Mike's ex-girlfriend, to lead a special task force. Despite their efforts, the new team struggles to make progress, prompting Mike to take matters into his own hands after his hospital discharge. The killer continues to target others, escalating the urgency of the investigation. 8. A Shaun the Sheep Movie, Farmageddon Movie Review. The 2015 film, Shaun the Sheep Movie, follows the clever sheep Shaun and his friends as they get lost in a big city. They encounter a female alien named Lula and, with the help of the sheepdog Blitzer, work to send her back home. The film pays tribute to various sci-fi films and literature, featuring a Wall-E-like robot called Mug 1N5 and an agent reminiscent of Men in Black. It includes nods to H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds, and humorously references UFO conspiracy theories. The story begins in the town of Mossingham, where Farmer John and his dog Bingo discover a UFO. 9. Bombshell Movie Review. Bombshell depicts the sexual harassment scandal at Fox News, focusing on the experiences of high-profile employees Megyn Kelly, Charlize Theron, and Gretchen Carlson, Nicole Kidman, as they accuse and ultimately bring down Roger Ailes, John Lithgow, the network's CEO, following complaints from 23 women. Margot Robbie's character, Kayla, represents a composite of many young women exploited by Ailes. Lithgow's portrayal of Ailes as a seemingly charming yet predatory figure adds depth to the narrative, showcasing his manipulative control over the newsroom while highlighting the serious issues of harassment and power dynamics within the workplace. 10. Spies in Disguise Movie Review. In the film, super spy Lance Sterling, Will Smith, is a flamboyant and confident agent known for his daring missions and love for explosions. He often looks down on his colleagues at the secret agency. Walter Beckett, Tom Holland, a weapons scientist, aims to create non-lethal gadgets. Their lives intertwine when Walter accidentally transforms Lance into a pigeon. The duo, along with their feathered allies, must confront the villain Killian, Ben Mendelsohn, a vengeful terrorist with advanced technology, to save their fellow agents. The movie is inspired by Lucas Mertel's animated short, Pigeon, Impossible, and parodies the Mission Impossible franchise. 11. Borat's subsequent movie film movie review. Borat's subsequent movie film is a sequel to the 2006 film Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. The original film followed the clueless Kazakh journalist Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen, as he humorously interpreted American life, revealing the hypocrisy and unawareness of many Americans. Released before the rise of social media and smartphones, it critiqued the era's political climate under President George W. Bush. The sequel addresses contemporary issues, including COVID-19 and the response of the current administration, while also targeting President Donald Trump. 12. The 40-year-old version movie review. Rada Blank is the writer, star, director, and central character of the semi-autobiographical film The 40-Year-Old Version. Like her character, also named Rada, she gained recognition nearly a decade ago with her off-Broadway play Seed. However, in real life, Blank is a successful writer known for hit shows like Empire and She's Gotta Have It, which provided her the financial independence to focus on her personal project. The film, which won the directing prize at the 2020 Sundance Film Festival, follows Rada, a once promising playwright in her 40s whose career has stagnated, now teaching drama to unruly high school students. She grapples with her unfulfilled ambitions while navigating the challenges of her everyday life. 13. Enola Holmes Movie Review. The film, inspired by Nancy Springer's book, The Enola Holmes Mysteries. The case of the missing Marquis follows Enola Holmes, Millie Bobby Brown, the youngest sibling of the famous Holmes family. Gifted with intelligence and skills like chess and jiu-jitsu, Enola defies societal expectations for women, influenced by her unconventional mother, Eudora, Helena Bonham Carter. On her 16th birthday, Enola's mother goes missing, prompting her to search for her. After being placed under the care of her disapproving brother Mycroft, Sam Claflin, who intends to send her to a strict finishing school, Enola decides to escape and embarks on her own adventure, where she encounters a young heir, Viscount Tewkesbury, 14. The Invisible Man. H. G. Wells' novel The Invisible Man explores the story of a man who becomes invisible and turns to a life of crime. Since its 1897 release, the tale has inspired numerous adaptations, making it challenging for directors to present fresh interpretations. Lee Whannell, known for his work in horror franchises like Saw and Insidious, attempts to revitalize the story but surprisingly avoids typical horror elements. Instead of introducing new surprises, he makes the titular character largely absent throughout the film, focusing on a different approach rather than creature horror. 15. Fantasy Island Movie Review. Fantasy Island is a modern adaptation of a 1970s American series, featuring a mysterious host, Mr. Rourke, Michael Pena, who invites a group of strangers to experience their personal fantasies. The show draws comparisons to Jumanji, Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None, and Lost, as the characters face fantastical and often dangerous events that teach them life lessons. Each guest, including Gwen, Maggie Q, Melanie, Lucy Hale, and brothers Brax, Jimmy O. Young, and J.D. Ryan Hansen, believes they are participating in a game. But the unfolding experiences reveal the darker side of their wishes. 16. The Gentleman Movie Review. Guy Ritchie has developed a distinctive filmmaking style characterized by stylish visuals, top British actors, gangster themes, clever plots, and witty dialogue. His latest film, The Gentleman, embodies these traits. Matthew McConaughey stars as a Texan criminal who has integrated into British high society, growing and selling marijuana to become a leading figure in the industry. As he navigates challenges and resolves issues for his elite friends, he faces opposition that tests his status as the king of the business. 17. Jojo Rabbit Movie Review. In Innocence Lost and Found, director Taika Waititi creates a black comedy set in Nazi Germany, blending elements from The Great Dictator and Life is Beautiful. He not only directs but also plays a quirky version of Hitler. The film explores the idea that German children, like the protagonist Jojo Betzler, retain their inner goodness despite the pervasive Nazi propaganda, set during the waning days of World War II when the regime's lies were losing credibility. The narrative raises questions about how the story might differ if it were set during Hitler's earlier successes. 18. Cats Movie Review. The film adaptation of Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical Cats, based on T.S. Eliot's poetry collection, was highly anticipated due to its legacy and star-studded cast, including Judi Dench, Ian McKellen, and Jennifer Hudson. Directed by Tom Hooper, it aimed to bring the beloved stage production to the big screen. However, despite the talent involved, the film ultimately fails to meet expectations and does not capture the magic of the original musical. The story begins with the abandonment of a cat named Veronica, played by Francesca Hayward, setting a dark tone for the film. 19. Movie Review. The Grudge is a reboot and the fourth installment of a successful Japanese horror franchise that gained popularity in America with its 2004 adaptation. Directed by Nicholas Pess. The film follows Detective Muldoon, Andrea Riseborough, as she investigates a gruesome murder linked to a haunted house. She uncovers a vengeful spirit that has crossed from Japan to America, leading to disturbing hallucinations and a connection to a previous detective's suicide attempt. As Muldoon grapples with the supernatural, she must find the strength to protect herself and her young child. The film incorporates elements from the original movies and employs a non-linear narrative. 20. Star Wars. The Rise of Skywalker movie review. The ninth film in the Star Wars series serves as both a conclusion and a new beginning, addressing long-standing questions from fans since The Force Awakens 2015. While it resolves some mysteries, it also introduces new ones. Reactions to the film vary, with some considering it the best of the modern era, while others, including the reviewer, find it underwhelming. The emotional weight of Luke Skywalker's death in The Last Jedi 2017 and Carrie Fisher's real-life passing adds depth, but the film feels less impactful compared to the earlier installments, lacking their dramatic elegance. Additionally, there are hints that Emperor Palpatine, previously thought dead, may return.